All right, Jags, welcome back to another show of A Lamp with No Shade. As always, I am Mr. LaPlante, aka Warren J. Brunt. To my right, the man with the flow that you know is Mr. Walsh. Today we have a special guest. Okay, it's going to be one of our best shows ever because we have a legend, an absolute legend. This is Mr. Kevin Hearne. He started this. Like this wall he painted. He set the tone for me to take over and run this show. And now he's a best-selling New York Times author, and he is all over the place. And he's got about, what do we talk about, 18 books. You can get them in the library. It's amazing. I want to introduce to you the Mr. Kevin Hearne, yearbook English teacher. Yeah, we're going to clap for that. It's amazing. So
amazing.
Why don't you tell us what you're doing now since you left Desert Ridge?
All right. Well, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Happy to be back, see some old friends here. I was one of the original faculty that started Desert Ridge back when it opened, 2001. And I actually had my kind of room around the corner here. Then, of course, I was in the studio as well. And but I got published in 2012, and things kind of took off. They did a lot better than I expected. And so now I write full-time. And my wife Kimberly, she taught at Gilbert High School, and so together we had about 17 years for me, 19 years for her in the Gilbert Public School District. And now she is a personal trainer, and she's mad fit. That's what we're up to now. And it's kind of a thing that I think a lot of people do. These days, they'll have different careers as they go through their lives. They're not just stuck with one thing. You can change and do different stuff as you go. So we feel super fortunate in that regard, and I can't believe I get to write for a living. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I remember you were here and you did Jag TV, and it was way better when you were here than what it is now. Like, if you were here with the teacher, I would have done a lot with you. Like, it would have been really cool. But yeah, phenomenal English teacher. You did a lot around here. It was awesome. If only he was still here.
Yeah, what's crazy is your wife is now mad fit, and he's just mad that he's not fit.
Oh, so I'm gonna say both though.
It's crazy, So, what's the genre that you're diving into your writing now?
Well, I write fantasy mostly. I have an urban fantasy series called the Iron Druid Chronicles, and then it sort of continues with Ink and Sigil. I'm not sure if your library will have that here or not. I also have an epic fantasy that's called The Seven Kennings, and the first book of that is a Plague of Giants. And I also write a Star Wars book once. So
that is cool.
Yeah, I've been around, done some things. I have a little science fiction novella that's called A Question of Navigation. And then I've got I'm working on another epic fantasy at the moment, the last book of the trilogy, and then I get to work on the next Ink and Sigil book. So
awesome.
Do you think you could make us into like characters into the book?
Oh, sure.
Like I'd be like a hero, like a knight or a warrior or someone who's awesome.
Well, when you wind up putting somebody and you use their name in a book, it's called a tuckerization for some reason. And usually when I have a tuckerization, I'll use somebody's real name, but the character will not be anything like you, and then you'll die in a very horribly juicy way. That's what you usually do with walk-on characters. You get to see your name in print. And then,
I want that.
What? Yeah, you want that?
I want that.
All right.
I want to die in some magical, mystic way.
Yeah.
It would be better than just going, oh, he fell off the cliff.
Yeah, right.
Bummer.
We'll get it done.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Awesome.
So now I heard a little story. Steve was actually telling us that you had a band here.
Yeah.
You and some teachers would rock out a little bit?
Yeah, we were called Dr. Xerox and the Low Toners. And I was the singer, wore these big rhinestone Elton John sunglasses and a little beret and a cape, that kind of a thing. We would just do some punk covers of some songs, and that was about it. Just for fun at assemblies and things like that.
Yeah.
It was just a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now I remember one of the things that I always remembered before you left. You were our football announcer.
Oh yeah.
And I loved it. Not that I'm saying, whoever's doing it now, Walsh. Oh, that's right. We want O'Brien. O'Brien in 2022. That's who we want. But I love that because you always brought some humor. You knew the game. You helped out with Best Buddies on campus.
Yeah.
You were awesome on this campus, and it's great that you were able to build the cornerstone and help the foundation of this school and become, what it has become now. I don't know how long you've been back on campus yet. Is there anything that stood out to you that's changed that you noticed?
Well, I mean, the walls have been painted, and the floors are new, except in here. This is the floor that you have in here. This tile was everywhere, and now you've got some sort of faux linoleum wood thing going on there. So that's nice. And then, yeah, it just looks like there's been some paint jobs applied here and there around the campus. Interesting enclosures in the office that didn't used to be there.
Oh, yeah.
COVID.
Yeah, but that's about it that I've noticed. I haven't been around everywhere yet. I did do one time, I did Kristen Grippo, the dance teacher,
Uh-huh.
she helped me do a charity thing for World Builders, which was helping refugees and things like that. And as one of the stretch goals for the donation drive, people could see me dancing the Thriller dance. And so she took Pulse and she taught them that whole thing in like an hour, and they were so good, they just nailed it. And whereas for me, it took me like days of rehearsal just to sort of kind of do it. But anyway, that's still out there somewhere. This thing of me and Pulse, they also got makeup on for zombie makeup and stuff. And so we did the Thriller dance for charity. And so, they were good, and then I looked like this. And so, that was how it went. But it was fantastic.
Could you imagine us trying to do that?
We should do that.
No. Hard pass.
I will not.
So you're in town. Where are you based out of now? Are you still in Arizona?
No, I'm in Canada now.
Oh my God, I love him.
Yeah.
He's so much, yes.
Yeah.
So why, I guess, I don't want to say why did you? Like obviously you got here now because the restrictions have been levied and those
Yeah.
kind of things. So what brings you to town? What?
Well, I wanted to see my mom. I haven't, because the border was closed for the longest time, and I haven't seen my mom in 22 months, almost
my
2 full
goodness.
years.
Wow.
And so, I wanted, as soon as the border opened, the land border, I wanted to drive on down and see my mom. We've been taking pictures all week. We're nature photographers. And so yesterday we went up to the rim and we found some wild horses, saw a mule deer, Stellar's jays were just going nuts, and we had a great time doing that. And then this Gilbert riparian preserve that you have down here,
Really cool.
the birds there are incredible. So we've been really enjoying our time together, and that's why I'm in town. And today, believe it or not, actually happens to be my birthday. I'm going for birthday tacos on the west side.
Yes!
Quesadilla, yeah, it's going to be
Of
fun.
course I will come.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
We'll get half days.
Yeah, let's do it.
Half days. Well, as you can see, this man is a pillar in our community. He's helped grow this campus. He didn't get to teach Walsh, which is probably better for him. Because he could have changed your life. You could not be sitting here with us right now.
I probably bigger and better things.
Okay. Not bigger and better. Well, you know what's going to be bigger and better? My beard. That's my beard goal right here now. I now have a new goal. That's never going to happen. But we just want to thank you for coming
thank
out
you.
Yeah,
and sitting here being on our Lamp with No Shade show about nothing. So we appreciate you. Everyone go check out his books. They're in the library for sure. I verified. Hit him up. He's got a website, kevinhearne.com, and check him out. So appreciate it.
Thank you guys, really appreciate it. And go Jags. Miss you guys.